All right, today is Explorations Day, and we get to explore something called Geoboards. So, how you're going to get to this is you're going to open up McGraw-Hill online, and you're going to go to your e-toolkit. That's the green box. You're going to press that. Okay, the next thing that you're going to be doing is you are going to be opening up your e-tools. Let's see. Okay, I can close that. Your e-tools, and you're going to scroll down until you get to Geoboards. It looks like this, Geoboard. Okay, and as soon as you press that, you're going to decide what size of a board you want. You can pick, several different sizes. You've got boards with 5 pegs, 7 pegs, 10 pegs. I'm just going to pick the one that says 7 for now, and I'm going to pull that out onto my screen. And then my rubber bands that I'm going to use are down here as well. So I get to design my very own arrays using this pegboard. So I'm going to grab a pencil and I am going to write out an array that I think that I would like to make. So let me write out, maybe I want to make an array that is 5 rows, and each row has 2 pegs in it. So I am going to be making a board that looks like a rectangle. I need 5 rows and then 2 pegs in each row. So now I've got to go back to get my rubber bands. Okay, back to Geoboard to get my rubber bands. Okay. And then I can pick any of these colors that I want. So I'm going to start off by in the corner by making my first part of my rectangle. This is 2 pegs. These are 2 pegs right here. So this is going to be my very first row. I know that I'm going to need 5 of these rows. So I am going to take another rubber band and I'm going to pull this down until I have 5 rows. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. I then need I need a rubber band every time I want to make a new line. So you pull it out and then there's my last row with 2 in it. I need 1 more rubber band to make this into a rectangle, and I'm going to stretch it. All right, so here is my 5 by 2 array. I've got 5 rows. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I also have 2 pegs in each row. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now I have officially made a 5 by 2 array. Now I can also write an addition problem using this same model, okay? The same number model, just a different way of writing it in an adding way. So this time I'm going to think about how many pegs are in each row. And so I know that there are 2 pegs in each row. So this is what my math problem would look like. 2 plus 2, I'm going to write that 5 times, plus 2, there's 3, plus 2, and 1 more, plus 2, equals how many pegs in all in my array? If I do 5 times 2, that equals 10. Guess what 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals? If you said 10, you are correct. So this is my very first array. Now, I have made my array, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to jot those same numbers down that I just wrote into a Seesaw activity. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, and I can flip through my tabs and I can go back and forth so I don't lose my work. So my activities, it's scheduled in my class right now. Let's see, here it is. So I am going to add a response, and I am going to take the information that I just did. I can go right back to it up here on the tabs, and I know that I did a 5x2 array, otherwise known as 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. And I am going to write those numbers in my Seesaw activity. So I'm going to get my pencil ready. I'm going to pick my favorite color. And then I'm going to write this down. So how many rows did I use? I used 5 rows in my Geoboard creation. How many dots in each of my rows? If I forget, I can always go back over here and look. I know that I did 2 dots in each row, so I'm going to write a 2. And then my number model would be 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So I can either write that with a pencil or use the text box. And that equals 10 in all. So this is how I'm going to record my creations that I make in McGraw-Hill. I can go back to my Geoboard, and I can select Geoboard again in the eTools. And once I do that, I can click the button that says Reset, and I now have a fresh Geoboard to use. So now I can come up with another problem of my choosing. So maybe I want to make one that is a three rows and 5 dots in each row, or sorry, 5 pegs in each row. So like I said, anytime you lose your rubber bands, always go back to eTools and click Geoboard. That's where they are. Okay, so I'm going to make 3 rows. I'm going to go ahead and do my 3 rows. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Now I need 5 pegs in each row. So remember, every time you use a new rubber band, whoops. Every time you need to use a new rubber band. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So there are my 5 pegs in one of the rows. Now I'm going to make my next one. And one more rubber band will make a rectangle. All right, let's check it. Do I have 3 rows? 1, 2, 3. Yep, I sure do. Are there 5 pegs in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm good. So now, again, I go over to Seesaw, and I can record my Geoboard creation that I made. So how many rows? I had 3 rows. So I'm going to write a 3. How many dots in each row, or pegs in each row? That was 5. My number model would be 5 plus 5 plus 5. And then my answer for how many pegs in all would be 15. Boys and girls, I hope you have fun with exploring Geoboards today. And if you have any questions, just raise your hand and ask your teacher. Have a wonderful day, boys and girls. Bye-bye.